It's Karl Darlow, the reason that Leeds are now going to be heading to the Premier League. Much more confidence, much more assured, and the defenders in front of him look like they prefer playing with him. We're going to get Jacob's view on all of that, as there's only 4 games left now. We're going to look back on the Preston game and just determine where this season is going to finish for the Whites. Welcome back. Thank you very much for joining us. 20 minutes of Leeds United chat. Jacob, let's throw you straight into it. By this one, LUFC's chef says Karl Darlow seems much more competent between the sticks, and he seems to have more trust from Rodon and from Ampadu. Do we agree now that Meslier ain't getting back in this team for the remaining 4?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw yesterday some of the claims that Darlow made from corners. He made a really crucial save from a good corner routine from Preston. Just looks so much more assured. Like I just said, when going up for the ball, his kicking range was really good yesterday as well. Obviously, it was a good goal that Preston scored to get back into it yesterday. But yeah, just everything about him. I think the fact that he's internationally partnered with Rodon Ampadu helps as well. That kind of partnership there and that friendship. But yeah, we got to stick with him. He was excellent and deserves his number 1 spot.
Well, we're going to look at some more social media takes. We're also going to choose our player of the season in this episode as well. Stay put for that. We'll also talk a little bit about Junior Firpo as well, as you may well expect, and look ahead to the next 4 fixtures. Here's another one. I love this one from Tarek, who says, I'm going to start a Karl Darlow catching society. That is how you do it. Right. Bit nervy, the Preston game then. All the goals in the first 15 minutes or so, and then it wasn't really a case of hanging on, was it? Preston didn't offer much, but I think the nerves around the stadium are more coming from what's happened in recent games, especially obviously against Swansea, Blackburn, obviously the season as well, than for the opposition. Are the fans creating their own nervous energy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it always plays in the back of your mind those days at Elland Road, like Wigan, Blackburn, things like that. But yesterday, yeah, it just seemed different. Obviously, I'm so glad we got the win. It could have definitely been more. I think our XG was something like 3.8 or something. Joel Pro at the crossbar second half, things like that. But it's a win at the end of the day. Look, and we've managed to leap Sheffield United again. I know we can't be worrying about others, but when they're giving you a hand like they have been this past 2 weeks, you have to take it. It's just about keeping going now. Like nothing's done. There's plenty of twists to come. Just keep it up.
Yeah, is there 20 twists to come, or is it? I mean, people are saying it's done and dusted now. If we have a look at it, there's obviously without the Burnley result there we all are 5 points ahead now of Sheffield United. They've got Cardiff, and they've got to go to Burnley, of course, and you play Stoke on Easter Monday. So, I mean, crikey, beat Oxford, beat Stoke, even if you draw to Bristol City, and even draw to Plymouth, that's still 6 points, and they ain't going to catch you.
Yeah, I mean, you never know in the Championship, do you? You never know with Leeds, but I think yesterday having grinded out that win, having Sheffield United, throw it away in the last minute, their goal difference is massive for us as well. And the fact that on paper we do have the easiest running. Obviously, I know Bristol City will be a tough game, but we are at Elland Road for that. Yeah, I never like to say things are done. Obviously, I know a lot more people. I'm still confident. I'm not saying that I'm not confident, of course, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself, and like some fans have been.
But this is different to this time last season, isn't it? Like when you were in and around it, and Southampton knocked you out of Wembley. Does this feel different to you in terms of the quality that you've got? I mean, you're scoring goals defensively. We'll come on to that in a minute. We'll talk about Firpo, but yeah, I mean, this feels better than this time last year.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously, Pascal Struijk being injured, yes, it's a shame, but Ampadu and Rodon at the back, we know that they can, put a real shift in, and they're solid, aren't they? And you really felt yesterday. I was seeing some things saying, "Oh, please don't, this can't be our Wigan game. This can't be our Blackburn game." It wasn't. That's the difference with it this year. Yes, obviously, I know a few weeks ago, there's 3 draws in a row. You're thinking, "Oh, come on, not again, surely." But look, we haven't lost since Portsmouth, and Sheffield United have lost 3 on the bounce. And I know Burnley are probably not going to lose another game, to be fair. So maybe it is just that race for the title now, and Sheffield United are out of it. But yeah, still 4 big games to go.
Yeah, I mean, do you care about the title?
Yes and no. Obviously, I think obviously there's a little bit of bias. Of course, I'm going to say we deserve it. With like you just said, our goal scoring this season has been phenomenal, and you could say the same about Burnley's, lack of goals conceded. But the main thing is Leeds United needs to be back in the Premier League where they belong.
Okay. Yeah, nobody says, I'm winning Oxford Stadium and we win this league. Chris says, my heart can't take this next 4 games. So we win 2 more and Sheffield lose the next 2. A great result. Should have got still got more points. Chris says, nervy finish, but at least we made the issues ourselves. 2 wins and a draw, and we are up. Great win performance. On to the next. Promotion by bank holiday Monday. When do you see this being wrapped up yourself then, Jacob?
Yeah, I could see.
Beat Stoke.
Yeah, I could see Bank Holiday Monday, to be fair. I think it is 7 points takes us up, I think I read earlier.
Yeah.
But obviously it's a massive boost that Sheffield United play Burnley at Turf Moor as well, which is absolutely huge. So yeah, Bank Holiday Monday be brilliant. Obviously it could be wrapped up sooner, but I can't really see Sheffield United losing to Cardiff at home. But then I wouldn't have said that they would have lost to Plymouth. So there you are. But yeah, who knows? Let's just have it done. Let's just have it done.
Okay. A couple of people pointing out as good as the Plymouth game was that yeah, Pirabet, I hope it goes to goal difference. I mean, he's a frustrating. Obviously, he's a very talented player, but he's a frustrating one as well. I mean, he should have more goals in his tally chart, shouldn't he, this season? Why doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a good question. I just think it is that kind of confidence. Obviously he was, he's still. I think he's second in the top scorer list, behind Borja Sainz, I think, isn't he? Or is it Sargent? Yeah, I can't remember.
Sargent,
yeah. But yeah, I just think it is that confidence thing. If you're not, on form, it's not really going for you. Obviously, Bamford came on for Middlesbrough and he scored a perfectly good goal, but we won't talk about that game. But yeah, I just think sometimes it hasn't been going for him. Yesterday was quite unlucky with the one he hit the bar. It just came fired at him, and obviously, he did his best to get it on target. But there we are. He's contributed enough this season to win as many points and win as many games.
Okay. Just a small niggle about Firpo. Then some people have highlighted him. He keeps getting done for goals of the Preston goal. People are blaming him for, as well as other similar issues in recent weeks. It's there's allegations about him coming out in relation to some conduct of his around betting. We're not sure, obviously, full on the details of that. What do you think he's gone off the boil, as others have said, in a couple of weeks, or not?
Yeah, I suppose a little bit. I've been really impressed with him this season, mainly going forward. But yeah, yesterday I just think he was looked a bit tired. I think that ball should never get there, and I don't really know why he's standing off. Whoever it was, I think was it Gardner Hickman?
Kesler Hayden, I think it was.
Kesler Hayden, that's it. Yeah. Getting people mixed up now, but yeah, I think Isaac Schmidt's been really good when he's come off the bench recently. So perhaps that Farke will just throw Schmidt into the starting 11. Who knows for the last 4 games? But I think Firpo's definitely good enough, to continue with his place in the starting 11. And Sam Byram's come on as well, made a few sub appearances, and he's been solid as well. But yeah, I think it is a little bit harsh considering the season that Firpo has had, especially going forward in his contribution with a few goals and obviously mainly assists. But yeah, we should never really concede that goal yesterday, and yeah, he can take the blame for that one.
Okay. Right then, let's leave that there then. We have got the player of the season to choose from here. There's quite a few that we could pick here, Jacob, but who should get it in your view?
I think Outanaka for me. I just think, he's coming to the side, and he's been one of the most, probably, my best player of the championship this season so far. He's just been brilliant. Some of the goals that he scored, that one at Hull away, obviously that vital one at Sheffield United. He's just been brilliant. You can see he's so composed on the ball. He links the play really well. People said he wasn't too on it yesterday, but he didn't really need to be. I just think he's consistently really good in the side. And he's one of the first names on the team sheet for me. Could have also gone with Joe Rodon. I think Rodon goes under the radar a little bit.
Absolutely,
yeah. He's been absolutely superb. Just defensively solid, really good ball playing centre back, and yeah, he just fights for the badge. Joel Pereira, I think's been good as well with his goal scoring contribution, but yeah, Outanaka for me.
Okay, I don't think many people are going to disagree with you, but if you do, you know what to do. Drop it in the comments below. Yeah, 3 more weeks of this. We just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching any of our content over the last 20. God, what have we been doing it now? 36 weeks or not. If you haven't yet done so, please drop us a quick subscribe and a quick like. It's really really heartwarming to know that we're sitting here talking about Leeds just for 20 minutes each week, and it's entertaining some people. Especially thank you to Jacob as well, who's done a sterling job all on his own for most of the season. We've got one last question there for you, Jacob. We're asking you to pick the championship player of the season, but you're not allowed to choose a Leeds United player. So, of all the games you've watched, of all the players that Leeds have come up against, who have you been impressed with the most?
Yeah, I've written a few down, to be fair. I thought Chakvetadze from Watford was really good when we faced them home and away. A really good progressive midfielder, likes to get on the ball, dribbling. Obviously, Gus Harmer, Sheffield United as well. That's a name that'll probably pop up in a lot of people's minds for player of the season. James Trafford is another obvious one. Josh Sargent. I was really impressed with Hayden Hackney when we played away at Middlesbrough last week. I thought he was really good. Yeah, I could obviously only pick one. And to be fair, I'm going to give it Chakvetadze. I was really impressed with Chakvetadze. Yeah, I thought he was just really comfortable on the ball, and he's been a gem in that Watford side. So I'll give it Chakvetadze.
Okay, good stuff. We've had a couple of teams choose Dan James for them. I think our Portsmouth fans chose him, as did our Cardiff fans as well. So all good. Right then, fingers crossed against Oxford on Friday, and then of course we'll see you after the Stoke game. With the might next time we see you, you might be Premier League side. Fingers crossed. All right. Have a good week, everyone. We'll see you in 7 days.